Screwfix Live's at a new venue this year, the brand new Farnborough Exhibition Centre. It's been probably the busiest year. We've been coming here for the last 3 years. We've seen more customers today, I think, than we saw last year, which is always a good sign. So actually we're launching a new service. We've already got around 60 products in the smart home market. So actually today we're here to talk to people about installing those products, how they can construct a new business really in installing smart home, and that's the theme of our presentation later on this afternoon as well. I'm going to take you through some of the benefits of becoming a smart home installer and how you can get involved in such a programme. Firstly, what about the smart home market? So what is the smart home market looking like in 2018 and beyond? So there's some statistics up on screen here, but I guess the key one really is what's the market value. And in 2019, PwC have a forecast of just over £10 billion in the UK that the smart home market's going to be worth. So it's really worth trying to grab a share of that, but you need to be doing it now, you need to be starting that now, so that as this new market starts to emerge, and this isn't the plug and play consumer goods market, this is the I want smart home installed market, okay? As that emerges through 2019, you need to be ready to be active in that sector, and I'm going to talk to you about how you can do that today. It's kind of about 11 million smart speakers will be out there in people's homes. And actually, smart home as an attached to one of those is a very easy route to sell to. These products already support smart home, and actually after you've listened to a few tunes on them and asked it to read you the news, most people within 2 weeks are looking for something else. So whether it's just some simple control of some lamps, or even something more deeper, like an integration with AV systems. 39% of people prefer to install the device without the support of a provider. So in other words, they want to do it DIY. Right, but that means that nearly 2/3 of people would actually prefer somebody comes and does it for them. So that's the first interesting bit. The second bit is 49% want to self-service their product afterwards, i.e. once they've bought it, they expect to do make any changes to it, keep it up to date, keep the firmware up to date, etc. themselves. So if 49% of people want to do that, then 51% or more than half don't want to do that. They want somebody to come and do it for them. So why would you become a smart home installer? Why would you have a smart home installation service? Well, first and foremost, the great and good of smart home are now starting to offer this. Our range, Energenie's MiHome product, we now have launched our installer program alongside Nest, Netatmo, Tado, and obviously Hive. And most of these businesses have come to the market offering smart heating controls. Our product goes a bit further and offers smart lighting and mains power control as well as sensors. But everybody has a point of starting. And actually, if heating is what you do for a living, then installing smart heating is surely a natural progression. And I know that many installers have already tried it. So what is in it for the installer? Well, first of all, to understand what the smart home installation market looks like, there are different levels. So at the top of the pyramid, essentially the least number of sales, but the highest value sales, is custom install. So custom install, it is premium products, Crestron, Lutron, where you certainly have to go on a training course. You have to invest in licenses, software and specialist tools to do it. It's expensive to get into, but it gives the biggest reward in the long run. Then you've got certified installers, so this is where a manufacturer has certified through test or trial an installer to be fit to install their product. The second part of that is installers and competent DIYers. So this is where a product can be sold in retail and it's self-installed without any accreditation or qualification. But then you're looking at how many people would want to do that, how many people have the aptitude to do it, how many people have the want to do it. Actually, a lot of people would sooner just get an installer in to do it and pay the money. And then at the bottom of the pyramid, it's the most sales, the mass market. These are mostly plug and play retail products, anything from £20 upwards that you can buy on well-known web platforms. It doesn't really offer you guys as installers any kind of opportunity really in comparison with the other tiers. The further you work your way up the pyramid, the more money you can expect to earn. But most smart home products, aside from the very top elite products, are suitable for retrofit installation. So the whole market is your oyster. We're not talking about just new build, we're not talking about having to rewire. These are mostly wireless products that use existing wiring in the home, so they're quite straightforward to fit. They don't take a huge amount of time, but the perceived value of installing them is significantly higher than a standard switch or socket, for example. You don't really need any IT skills to install smart home. Smart home is about triggers and automation, it's about machine learning, it's about a home adapting and being conscious as to who's living in it. And many smart home products on the market cater for that in some way, whether they offer geolocation, as I've mentioned already, whether they offer genuine AI, which learns your routines, and for example turns on the boiler when it's a little bit colder outside, or when it knows that you're just a few miles from home. You really need to start with your own property. It's as simple as that. You need to have a look at what's on the market, you need to buy a little bit of kit, and you need to fit it to your own home. And the reason for that is because you really want to see what the strengths are to smart home, and equally you want to see what the limitations may be. Once you've done that, move on to family and friends. It sounds an obvious one, but in a nutshell, once you've got the start of your business idea going, start by installing it into friends and family's homes, get their feedback, and then you can again sort of build that knowledge of how you can improve and upgrade people's homes for what's actually a very reasonable amount of money. And then finally, if you embrace and install a program, again, I can't stress how important that is really. Work with one or two or three brands, but most certainly go on the training courses they offer, accept the assets and the product information that they will send you, and make sure that you're familiar with it, and make sure you're in touch with them. It's really important to build a relationship when you are essentially representing that brand, and you're using it as becoming core to your business, which hopefully over the next few years you'll see that could well be the case for you. It's been the busiest show so far. We've done the last 3 years here, and today at this new venue it's been busier than ever. The best place for information for MiHome products is to visit energenieforyou.co.uk.